Good day, grade 10 learners, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video lesson, I will be discussing on how to solve the zeros of the given polynomials using the Rarional Root Theorem. So it states that let p of x equals to a sub n x raised to n plus a sub n minus 1 x raised to n minus 1 plus ellipsis plus a sub 1 x plus a sub n be any polynomial with integer coefficients. If c and d are integers with no common factors and c over d is a rational root of the equation p of x equals to 0, then c is a divisor of a sub 0 and d is a divisor of a sub n. So we will be using the Rarional Root Theorem to solve such a polynomial, just like this one. X cubed minus 6x squared plus 3x plus 10. So the first thing we should do is to look for the constant term. So our constant term in the given polynomial is 10. And then, we need to write all the possible divisors of 10. So again, we're going to write all the possible divisors of 10. So our constant term. Again, so that will be our C. Okay? Again, in writing the divisors, so when we say divisors, so we're looking for a number when we divide it by 10, so there will be no remainder. So it can be positive or a negative integer. So what are those? So we have negative 10, negative 5, negative 2, and negative 1. So same with positive 1, 2, 5, and 10. So these are the possible divisors of 10. And then the next one is the possible divisors of our leading coefficient. So ang ating leading coefficient here, so since ang ating first term ay x cubed, ang ating leading coefficient ay 1. So the possible divisors of 1, so, lagyan natin dito, possible divisors of 1. So, that will be our D. Para makuha natin dito yung C over D is negative 1 or positive 1. So, wala tayong magiging problema since kapag dinivide natin yung that is C over D, so ito din yung makukuha nating answer. So, ito yung mga possible zeros ng ating given na equation or polynomial equation na isa-solve. Okay? So, therefore, we can say that our C over D is negative 10, negative 5, negative 2, negative 1, 1, 2, 5, or 10. Then, we are going to check these values by substituting the p of x equals to x cubed minus 6x squared plus 3x plus 10 if any of these value is 0 or factors. So, we will be starting with p of negative 10 and it should be p of x equals to 0. So, we just substitute, so negative 10 cubed minus 6 times negative 10 squared plus 3 times negative 10 plus 10. So, kapag kinompute nyo to, ang kanyang magiging result ay negative 1,620. So, hindi ito yung ating hinahanap. So, how about p of negative 5? So, that is negative 5 cubed minus 6 times negative 5 squared plus 3 times negative 5 plus 10. And then kapag sinolve nyo to, ang magiging result ay negative 280. At hindi rin ito ang ating hinahanap. So let's try negative 2. So P of negative 2. So mapapansin nyo, it takes a long process for you to be able to solve the given, right? So itatry natin kasi yung mga values. So we have negative 2 cubed minus 6 times negative 2 squared plus 3 times negative 2 plus 10 is equal to negative 28. So, hindi rin. Next, P of negative 1. So, that is negative 1 cubed minus 6 times negative 1 squared plus 3 times negative 1 plus 10 is equal to 0. So, we can say that P of negative 1 is a 0. So we can say that x plus 1 is a factor. So, since nahanap na natin yung isa sa mga 0 at meron na tayong isang factor which is yung x plus 1, so, pwede nating i-divide itong x cubed minus 6x squared plus 3x plus 10 dito sa x plus 1 to find the other factors. So, yun yung ating gagawin. Okay? So, nilagay ko dito yung isa sa 0 or isa sa mga root which is yung p of negative 1. So, therefore, ang isa sa mga factors ng x cubed minus 6x squared plus 3x plus 10 ay x plus 1. So, we need to divide it para makuha natin yung other factors. So, we can use synthetic division. So, kung hindi nyo pa alam yung synthetic division, check out nyo lang yung playlist ko ng grade 10. So, meron ako ng video regarding synthetic division. So, x plus 1 na gagamitin natin ay negative 1. So, kung mapapansin ay naka-arrange na siya yung ating mga exponent from the highest degree. So, therefore, we just write all the coefficients. So, we have here 1, negative 6, 3, and 10. Then, bring down lang natin yung 1. So, 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. So, negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7. Then, negative 7 times negative 1 is positive 7. 3 plus 7 is 10. So, 10 times negative 1 is negative 10. So, there is no remainder. So, let us write this as x squared minus 7x plus 10. So, therefore, the other factor is x squared minus 7x plus 10. So, we can make use of factoring general trinomials in the form of x squared plus bx plus c. So, paano natin i-factors itong x squared minus 7x plus 10? So, considering yung ating last term na 10. So, ano-ano yung mga factors ng 10? Since ang ating middle term ay negative 7, so, that is negative 2 and negative 5. Kasi ang sum ng negative 2 at negative 5 ay negative 7 kapag pinag-multiply natin to, ang makuha natin ay 10. So, therefore, the factors of x squared minus 7x plus 10 ay x minus 2 and x minus 5. And then, using the principle of zero products, we obtain the roots of the polynomial equation by x minus 2 equals 0, and we have here x minus 5 equals 0. So we have here x equals 2 and x equals to 5. So we have here p of 2 and p of 5. So, meaning when we substitute p of negative 1 to this equation, the result will be 0. P of 2 that will become 0. And then P of 5, pag sinubstitute natin dito yung 5, that will be 0. So we can conclude that, therefore, the roots of x cubed minus 6x squared plus 3x plus 10 are x equals to negative 1, 2, and 5. So that's how we use the rational roots theorem in finding the zeros of the given polynomial. So I hope that you learned something today. Don't forget to like and share this video with your classmates, and see you on our next video lesson.